Hey there, good to see you. Here we go into integration by parts when you have boundaries. Oh my goodness, a definite integral? What do we do? Essentially what you do is you ignore the fact that there are boundaries and you do integration by parts as usual. So how do we know to do integration by parts first of all? You have a product of a function times another one. U substitution will not work nicely. And we've got a cyclical function in cosine, so that'll be, well, dv. We've got a function whose derivative is going to get simpler, so that'll be u. So we set up our bank. We've got u equals x, du equals dx, or 1. Right? Some people just read it as 1. dv is cosine dx. Nice. And then to get to v, we're going to take the antiderivative, and that's going to be sine x. Beautiful. Now, if you remember, the formula is the integral of u dv is equal to uv minus the integral v times du. Now, let's do that. Well, essentially, again, ignore the bounds, put them in at the very end. So this is equal to u times v, which is x times sine x. Remanipulating this integral right here. Minus the integral of v, that's sine x, du, which is just dx. And so the bounds will come in at the end. That's going to be equal to x sine x. The integral of sine x is minus cosine x. Minus a minus cosine x is a plus cosine x. And I'll put that work here. That's the antiderivative there. Minus a minus gives you the plus. No plus c because now at this point, this is where we're now evaluating from 0 to pi over 2. So the number one error that a lot of students make is they won't evaluate from 0 to pi over 2. What they'll end up doing is they'll just kind of only evaluate the second piece from 0 to pi over 2, or they'll forget all about it. They'll put the bounds on this and forget that this is part of the integral. So my advice is just kind of mark that in your brain, evaluate it at the end like we're about to do, and then you'll be in good shape. Okay, so now we're going to plug in pi over 2, and for x, so pi over 2, sine of pi over 2, very nice, plus cosine of pi over 2. This is all the first fundamental theorem piece. That's that first term, minus the second term evaluated at 0. Well, 0 times sine of 0 is 0, plus cosine of 0. Don't assume that that's going to be 0, because it's not. And then we're going to evaluate it. Pi over 2 times sine of pi over 2, that's 1, times pi over 2 is pi over 2, plus 0, minus cosine of 0 is 1. And that is your answer. So there you have it. Not so bad. A short video, but one that is definitely worth going over. When you have a definite integral with integration by parts, do the integration by parts like normal, and then evaluate the integral using that fundamental theorem of calculus. See you next time. Until then, peace.